Marco Santarelli of Narada Real Estate is the foremost expert in getting your money to work for you. At Narada, most people do not have the time to invest or do the work it takes to grow their wealth. Marco and his team will handle it. Working in 16 markets nationwide, Marco and his team will help set up a strategy to take you through step-by-step how to invest your money the right way and get you earning 8% returns from day one. If you need financing, we have it handled. The inspection for your property, if you need titles done, we have it handled. This is a one-stop shop to get you involved in the real estate game. Narada Real Estate and Marco Santarelli will ensure that you have what you need to start investing the right way. To learn more, visit naradarealestate.com. That's naradarealestate.com.
Hey, welcome to the Cardone Zone, where we have for you real estate investing made simple. I'm looking at deals for my investors. That's my brother, my sister, my mother-in-law. How much does Elena's mom own in the Harbor portfolio?
1%.
I made this person, Elena's mother, one deal, talked her into putting money in one of my deals. I will make her richer on one deal than her and her husband made in their entire lifetime.
Isn't that amazing?
One deal. Okay, so look, every Monday I come to you to talk about real estate. We put the show on Mondays because I do believe this is the single most important show that I do every week. It's a way for you to quit being chicken, get your money into the market, get it out of the banks where it's depreciating, going down in value. Keep it away from Wall Street where it's certainly going to get clobbered. You guys will come back to me later and say, dude, you told me there was going to be a clobber, and I did not listen to you, okay? Today I'm talking to you about no money down. How's the audio? No money down. We're talking about this show, right? Wow, Ryan's with me, by the way, okay? He's behind the scenes today. He's having a bad hair day. Why are we talking about no money down, Ryan?
Why are we talking about no money down? Because a lot of our fans, a lot of the people that call in, one, maybe they don't have the money to invest in real estate.
Yeah.
But two, look, the creativity that you show us, right? So the thing about it I like about this show is that you're so creative, right? You're buying assets at one price, and then you're either refinancing it, in the future, 12 or 24 months. And the whole money down thing is confusing for a lot of people. But you've actually proven out there's a way where you put money in and then you get your money out.
Yeah, good. So I'm going to show you better than no money down today. First of all, I've told you over and over, look, there's really no such thing as no money down. Somebody has to put the debt down. Somebody has to do a deal. I'm going to show you a deal that we bought in 2013. I think I bought this in November 2013. I bought this piece of junk right here, 104 units. It's called Stewart Breeze. We changed the name to Harbor Breeze. We were real imaginative on that. Okay? And then we converted it to this over here, all right? So I went from a pinkish black, what is that called, that roof, that roof style roof?
The mansard?
A mansard roof. I paid, just so you know, me and Jared bought this deal together. I paid $5.4 million for this deal. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this deal with no money down. It's not quite no money down. Just hear me out as we move through this, okay? Because anybody that's out there doing a course on no money down, somebody is putting the money down. Somebody has got to give the money to the lender, to the seller. Otherwise, the seller's not going to sell the deal, all right? So what we did in this case was this. By the way, we put $1.4 million down on the deal. Part of this was rehab money. The deal was bought for $5 million. Okay? I told the lender I need another $400,000. I paid $5 million for the deal. I need $400,000 to rehab it. So when it went to the bank, it didn't look like $5 million. It looked like $5.4 million. All right? And then what I did was I financed $1.4 million. Now, this $1.4 million, me and Jared looked at each other. The same way you could, by the way, go to your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your mom, your dad, and say, hey, this is $1.4 million. Why is it a good deal, though? The question is going to be, why is it a good deal? Why would you put your money in it? Or why would you get your aunt or uncle or your mother-in-law to put her money in it? Okay? Now, before you just like, oh, I don't have $1.4 million. Look, you got it. This is what I've said to you the very first show I did here, 87 shows ago. Know this is what you want to invest in. Number one, know that you want to be in income-producing property. 3, know the market. Number 4, know that you want to be in this long term. You got to know apartments of what we want to do. Income producing cash flow. All these properties that I'm looking at right here, people are like, what cap rate you buy at? I don't buy cap rate. I'm buying, can I get a positive cash flow in a location that I want to be in? That's the first part. Can I hold on to this deal? Will the bank give me a loan on the deal? I can figure this much out, but I couldn't figure that much out, right? I don't want to put all the money in it. Can I figure out this little piece right here? But more importantly than that, in the beginning, it's like, do I want the deal? Well, I happen to know this was 104 units at $5.4 million fixed. I'm fixed. That means the property's been fixed. New roof, paint, etc., landscaping. You can see what we did with it, right? No big deal.
What did you see in the property when you bought
Well, I had a portfolio around it. I had a bunch of property around it. Again, know your neighborhood. I had a bunch of property around it. I'm like, I'm paying 100. What did I pay for this deal? 5.4, 104 years. I paid $50,000 a unit. I'm like, there is no way I'm not stealing this deal. Okay. So this is what I thought. I'm going to go into the deal. I'm going to, now you want to watch this, and if you have a pen and piece of paper, you want to write this down. That's the value of watching this, okay? I'm going to go into this deal. The NOI on this property when I bought it was $462,000. Okay? I put short-term debt on the deal, floating debt. The debt floated because I planned on taking the $4 million loan out. Okay? $4 million on this deal cost me about $160,000 a year. And I knew based on the NOI, this is my NOI, this is what I was making after expenses. Hey man, the thing's going to cash flow. I'm going to make $300,000 on $1.4 million. Okay, would you do that deal? All day long, no brainer. I'll go rob somebody to do this deal and pay them on the deal, make them a partner. Stay with me. This is Grant Cardone, and you are in Real Estate Investing Made Simple.
Wealth Dynamics University is a coaching, education, and network expanding program. Our service is worth over $40,000 per year in value. Set smart goals that you'll be held accountable to achieving. Train daily on Cardone University and build a power network of like-minded people who are growing with you. Wealth Dynamics University is like having all of the answers written down for you, and all you have to do is show up, work hard, and listen. Wealth Dynamics U costs no more than your car payment. The difference, it will actually make you money. Go to wealthdynamics.com/university. That's wealthdynamics.com/university now to get started. When it comes to next generation telecommunications and setting up your business, there's no better company than Bullfrog. From setting up mobile office telecommunication technology to integrating with CRMs and call tracking, Bullfrog Communications has every service you need to handle, maintain, and expand your communication line with your customers. Upgrade your business phone right now. Let us help you grow your business with smart, easy, flexible, and efficient technology that gets your company on the road to better communication and next generation business phone systems. To learn more, get a free quote at bullfrog.net. That's bullfrog.net right now. There is only one company to work for in the smart home industry, Skyline Security. Right now is looking for the best of the Grant Cardone following to join their team and expand financially and professionally. Go to joinskyline.com to register. Labeled by Inc. 5000 as the fastest growing company for the last 2 years in a row, you get to protect families, grow your wealth, and join a team of top producers. Skyline is looking for great people. Go to joinskyline.com. That's joinskyline.com to get started on a brand new 10x career path. Go to joinskyline.com to register. Do you have an e-commerce store? Do you look for products to sell on Amazon, Shopify? Are you tired of not knowing what products to sell and how to find them? What ads work best? How to promote on social media? You have no idea what you're doing? Let Product List Genie solve the pain of e-commerce. With how-to training and thousands of products updated daily, you can have full access right at your fingertips to sell now, add your product to your Shopify store, and launch a Facebook campaign in 3 minutes. No more guesswork on what products to sell, which ones work, which ones don't. Product List Genie will show you how to write the ad copy, the right places to target, and even give you a video to use to promote it. You can observe trends and know what is best to sell. Product List Genie is there to make sure your e-commerce stores prosper. Learn more at Product List Genie. Go to productlistgenie.com. That's productlistgenie.com to get started.
Hey, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. My name's Grant Cardone. Every Monday I come to you to talk about your real estate deals. Today we're talking about no money down. I'm going to show you another version of no money down. In fact, it's what is better than no money down, and that is money back. Okay? Now, to do any of this stuff, you got to know your market, you got to know the product, you got to know the location, you got to know the rents, you got to know you want to be investing in this. This is all I do. I'm looking at deals every day. This is what we do at Cardone Capital. You're doing your main job. You're out there making money. You're a sales guy, or you're a roofer, or you're a barbitician. Is that a word? A masseuse. Whatever, you're an Uber driver. You're trying to get your money right. I'm out looking at deals. I already got my money right. Now I'm trying to multiply other people's money, and I'm doing it. I found this deal. I'm on LoopNet. I run into this guy, Brad Kappas, and I'm like, hey, Brad, you got that deal? It's garbage. It's a garbage deal, okay? It's a garbage deal. Most deals that end up on LoopNet are garbage deals, okay? But I was looking for brokers, right? I just happened to run across this 104 units. 104 units. It's up in St. Lucie. St. Lucie. I got 1,000 units around it. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna buy that deal. It was they wanted $5.8 million. I paid him $5 million. I banged him up all the way down to $5 million. Beat him up. I used the Genghis Khan on him. Okay? Bam! 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 I beat these dudes up. And I shouldn't have, by the way. Let me just say this. I was just practicing my Genghis Khan. I hadn't used it in a couple of days. Captain Ryan had been giving me these acai bowls. I thought I was softening up. I'm like, bam! Bam! Okay.
And you do it so well.
Dude, this is in 2013. This is 3 years ago. I paid $5 million for that deal. The NOI, check this out. Because if you can raise the NOI, I'm going to be able to go back to the bank. Okay, I borrowed $4 million on this deal. I knew I was going to do this. I told the bank I'm going to do it. I said, dude, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to lend me $4 million. Don't worry about the $1.4 million. I needed to put $1.4 million down when I bought it. There's plenty of money out there. You got to learn how to pitch. You got to learn how to start telling people, hey, give me the money. This is what we're going to do with it. That's a different story, a different problem, right? So if the bank will give me $4 million based on 462, what if I raise the NOI? How do you raise the NOI? You spend some money on it, change the roof, change the color, change the way people take care of people. You landscape it, you cut the grass, you put some slurry coat outside so the pool looks better. See, the pool looks fresh against that yellow, doesn't it? Okay? The water's popping, right? Okay? The landscaping, look at the landscaping now. Pop, pop. Okay? What do I get to do? Pop, pop the rents. Now watch what happens. Okay, the NOI in 3 years went from $462 a year to $744,000 a year in 3 years. The thing was making $300,000 when I bought it. Now it's making $600,000 a year cash flow. And I only put $1.4 million down. That means in 2 years, I have all my money back. So this is what we did. I went back to the bank. I'm getting ready to go back to the bank again. But I went back to the bank and I said, look, I want you to lend me money based on the NOI. And this is what they did. I paid $5.4 million. We put $1.4 million down. Okay, we had $4 million loan. We improved the NOI by paying attention, taking care of people, customer service, filling the property up. I went back to the bank and I said, look, at that time, I think the NOI was up to maybe $450,000. And what they're going to do is they're going to give me a percentage of this. Basically, they're going to say, look, we can loan you up to 75% of that in principal and interest payments. If this is a stabilized number, this 450, what would that be, by the way? Ryan, can you tell me?
450.
Just times
6%.
No. See, I'm trying to figure out how much debt I can get now.
Okay.
I owed him $4 million. I want to go get a new loan for $5.4 million. How much did I pay for the deal?
$5 million.
$5.4 million with the rehab. Long story short, they came back and gave me $5.2 million for the property. What did I pay for it? $5.4 million.
Paid $200,000.
Okay, now they're going to give me a new loan. We're going to pay that loan off with that money. And I now owe the bank $5.2 million. I only paid $5.4. This is the first time. I've only been in this deal 3 years. People are like, how long are you in a deal? Our fund, Cardone Capital, is a 10-year fund. These deals that I'm putting in my properties now, this property that's right back here, they're in a 10-year fund. I know I got 6 callers on. They're in a 10-year fund. This deal right here, we believe we're going to own this deal for 10 years. Okay, at the 3rd year, within 3 years, I will have refinanced this deal twice. This is better than no money down if you understand income. Some of you have been watching the show every week and you're like, man, I'm lost, dude. I don't know what you're doing. You don't understand the game yet. Income creates value. As the income goes up, the value goes up. This is not a house. How is a value? How is a house? Let's say this is a house. It's in your neighborhood, 2201 2nd Avenue. It's got a value. Who set the value? The neighborhood did. Got another house over here, another house over here. This house sold for $340, so this house must be worth that because it's got a little better view, right? But what is the value? The value is based on ideas. Yes, today we value it for that, but there was a murder in the neighborhood. Now the value goes down, right? This value is based on income. This is bullshit right here. This is made up, pretendyville. Okay? What is this? What is this value? What is the value of this piece of paper right here? It's made up. It is completely fantasy. It has no value. Right? It produces nothing. What does that produce? What does this piece of property right here produce? Okay? Money, man. Money. This. It produces something. It's a golden egg, right? See, that house you have doesn't produce. Oh, shit, I lost it. That house you have, this house right here, doesn't produce anything, okay? Let me show you. That's the deal I'm looking at right now. Now, take my break out a little bit, okay? So watch what happens. Everybody with me right now? Me and Jared, one of my employees here, one of the things that I do here is people that have earned the right to, and I trust, I'm like, hey, why don't you come in my fund with me, okay? Me and Jared bought that deal. Jared put some money down. I put some money down. We bought the deal. I had the money. I went and got the money. Boom, we bought the deal. Now, I'm getting ready to go back to the bank today. The NOI today is 733. When I bought it, it was 300. Divide that by 6. That's how the bank's going to look at the deal. Watch this. Oh, please do it right. Okay. Me and Jared have $200,000 in the deal, and it makes $300,000 a year. Every year, me and Jared get our money back and more. Every year. Every year. I've been in the deal 3 years. Can you divide that number by 6? I'm going to have to do it for you. No, it's not. Give me this. Give me that. Divided by 0.06? What'd you do? Divided by 0.06. 12 million. Man, I'm glad you're not flying a plane today. The new value of the property, this is the new value, at a 6 cap, by the way. I'll sell it for more than a 6 cap if I sold it. But even so, a 6 cap, it's worth $12,216,000. So I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to be like, hey, Mr. Banker, the thing's worth $12,216,000. Give me a 65% loan to value. They're going to be like, that's all you want? Do the 65% of the 12. $7.3 million. Okay. What do I owe on the deal right now? Oh, I owe $5.2 million. Okay. I'm going to get $2 million out of the deal. Non-taxable event NT. does not stand for Nextel. It stands for non-taxable event. It means we're about to puke some money on you, boy. No taxes on the $2 milli. Me and Jared split the $2 million up. I give him his money back. I get my original down payment. We still got like $1.8 million to split. Check it out. We still own the property. How much do we owe now? What did we say we were going to borrow? $7.2 million. What's the debt on interest only? I'm going to do an interest only loan for 10 years. Let's take it out. Let's go 4.5% on the that'll be 280. That'd be like $288,000 a year for 10 years. Okay. What's the NOI on this thing right now? 744. Okay. I'm going to make, that's why you guys should invest with me, man. Because I know what I'm doing. I'm going to make $456,000 a year on the deal. I've taken $2 million out. I was paid. That's why I say better than no money down. You guys are looking to do a no money down deal. I'm looking for deals that make that's just like bam. I fight for you. I fight for the deal. I find the deal. I get the deal. I get the funding on the deal. I go back and get more funding on the deal because I got the bank connections and I know what the hell I'm doing. While the guy that sold me this deal was an ignoramus, let his whole damn family down because he don't know the game. He should have kept this money for his estate, his grandkids. This should not be my money. And by the way, I've done this like 40 times. Okay, my name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone, real estate investing made simple. Don't go anyplace because I'm going to show you how to do this and make $100 million.
Based out of Jacksonville, Florida, this family-owned husband and wife team of realtors is there to serve you, track every process step by step, get you from contract into your new home or out of your current home sold and on the market. Chad and Sandy Newman will take you, market your home, and make sure that you will receive the best customer service ever. They're going to sell your property above market value in 30 days or less. With over 12 years of experience, this team is there for you. To learn more, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com right now. Growing your future, protecting your past. J.D. Frost & Company, PLLC, is a public accounting firm. Offers a variety of assurance and tax services to businesses and individuals in the Chattanooga and surrounding areas. We focus on construction and manufacturing industries. Our primary objective is client satisfaction through excellent customer service. Work with the best. We are accredited by the BBB. This is J.D. Frost & Company for a full suite of tax assurance and management accounting services. Visit us right now at frostcpas.com.
Hey, it's Ted McGrath with Message to Millions. Do you want to create a presentation online that actually gets clients? So I got something for you here. 26-point framework. If you want to do videos that sell, webinars that sell, I've tested this for the last 6 years in my business. I sold millions of dollars worth of products and services online. Click that link, grab the gift, tell me what you think about it, and I will see you soon inside the gift.
Hey, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. My name's Grant Cardone. We're about to come out with a book, by the way, that we're going to be giving away to people for Real Estate Investing Made Simple. If you're listening on iTunes, subscribe at iTunes. Review the show, Cardone Zone. All shows now are at Cardone Zone. You don't need to go to 1 or 2 or 3, 4 places. Every Cardone show now, Young Hustlers, my wife's show, the G&E show, Power Players, Confessions of an Entrepreneur, the Real Estate Show, everything's at Cardone Zone. So subscribe and review the Cardone Zone. And what I'll do is I'm going to give you a free copy of the new book, Real Estate Investing Made Simple. I'm about to buy this deal right here, and we're going to put it in our fund. We just finished, we're about that far from closing our 3rd fund. This will be our 4th fund that will be opening up for qualified investors. This is a $100 million purchase right here. I've done deals $5 million, $4 million, $3 million, $600,000. That was my, my first deal took $350,000. My second deal took $600,000. But we've been doing deals in 7, 8, 9 states now. We want to help you, okay? If you don't have the time to find the deals, if you don't know the brokers, if you can't get the funding, if you don't know how to do the refinance, if you don't know how to go back to the debt market and figure out what you can get, if you can't see the future 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 10 years, and figure out where am I at in an interest rate environment, Okay, I got 6 callers. We'll take one right now, but I'm going to show you one deal I did. $58 million. We bought the deal. Okay, I'm getting ready to go back to the debt market. They're going to give me a check for $100 million. I'm going to walk away with 42 hard. Pay my debt off. I think I only owe 53, but they're going to give me a check for $42 million cash. I'm going to refinance the $100 million, and my payments on the portfolio are not going to go up. I owe $53 million now. I'm going to get $100 million worth of debt, and I will basically have the same cash flow, but I'll take out $42 million. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get interest only. I'm going to only pay interest on the loan for a period of 10 years, and I'll have complete protection for my estate. I was on the phone with my brother this weekend, and I said, dude, my brother put $1 million in here. I'm probably going to give my brother $4 million back. I've been paying, he's already been paid back on his original investment. My mother-in-law, what did she put in the deal? So she must have put in, no, she couldn't have put 500 grand in. No, she didn't. What did she put in?
1%.
1% of 15 million. 150,000? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I can.
I don't think she put that much down. Anyway, I'm probably going to give her back a check for $1 million. She made 8 times her money. I had a buddy, Howard. Howard put 300 grand in my deal. I gave him 900 grand back in 19 months. I've done this over and over and over in all kinds of markets. It's about finding properties that produce something, okay? A house does not produce anything except a place to live. This at least has water in it. I'll pay for that once, and you know what else I'll do? I'll pay for it when it goes out to refill it. These properties pay you every month. That's what you want. You need to get in a game that pays you residual income, and people need a place to live. They have to have a place to live, and these properties cannot be disrupted by technology. Let's talk to our callers. Question, do you have a deal or do you have a question? Travis, you got a deal or a question?
I got a deal, off-market deal.
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, it's 102-108 Wellswood Road, Hebron, Connecticut, 32 units. It's Hillside Farms.
Okay, 32 units. How much is it?
It's an off-market deal, so it's 32 units.
All right.
And they're getting $845 a month. We
Okay.
ran this deal at a 7 cap.
Why do you want to buy it at a 7 cap?
I ran the deal at a 7 cap to keep it a little on the high side.
Yeah, but dude, why? Don't go in on the high side. Go in on the low side. I want you to figure the deal at a 5 cap and decide whether you want it. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards. You're going to try to cut the guy and start low. I'm going to start high. I need to set a hook. I need to get the guy to the boat. Do you love the deal?
Right.
Do you love the deal?
Love the deal.
Good, then go buy the deal, bro. It's like a girl. You find a girl you love. You don't lowball her.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's the NOI on the deal? Or let me just see here.
We ran the deal at $2 million.
I don't trust you, man. Let me do my own numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 32 units at $845. Can I actually get the $845, you think?
Yes, they're getting it right now.
Okay. 32 times 845 times 12. Okay, it's $324 a year.
Yep.
Have you seen financials on the property?
No, we have not. It's off market. We've walked the deal. We met with the property manager, showed us the units.
Okay. Does that seem like a real rent to you?
Absolutely. We believe that there's rent disparity and we could get an easy $950 there. Absolutely.
Okay, good. So let's just figure it like this. Let me show you how I'm going to figure the deal. I think I can operate that thing for about 30% a year. I don't know what the taxes are. Do you know what the taxes would be on that deal in Connecticut? Because I don't know.
No, but we did run the deal at 50% like you've taught us for an NOI of 152.5.
Okay. I think it's going to be a little less than that. Let me just do something more conservative. I'm going to do 60% because it's a smaller deal. Times 0.6 equals times 2.05. Okay, how much did you want to pay for it?
Whatever it costs. We love the deal. We want the deal. We figured out 2.1 was what it would go for.
Okay. I think it's going to get 325 times 90 is what? Times 0.90. I'm going to keep it 90% occupied. That's 292,000. Let's just use this number. Let's say I get 145,000 a year. 145,000 is the NOI divided by 0.05. 290, 2.9 million. You could pay $2.9 million on that deal and earn 5%. Now watch how I'm going to do the deal. See, you're figuring the deal at 2 million. I'm figuring it at 2.9 million. I'm going to take a worst case scenario, the WCS by the GT and the C. Can't tell you what T stands for, but it is a trillion. Okay? Okay? So check it out. I'm figuring $145,000 NOI. By the way, this is very, very low. Very low NOI. I've cut everything back. I'm using a 5 cap, but I'm going to do what you said. How many units there? 32 units?
32 units.
You think I could get another $100 a unit?
I think we can get $950 a unit, raise it $105 a month.
Okay, so let's say I get $3,200 a month times 12 is how much money? 32,000 plus 64, 32,000 plus 60, $38,400. Okay, 0.9, what is that? Take 10% of that off, 38.40. Let's say I don't get it on all of them, so I'm at 30. I get an extra 34,000 bucks. So my 145 now plus $34,000 is $180,000. Now I divide that by the same 5 cap. $3.5. There's $600,000. That means that probably went from 2.9 to 3.5. So you understand? When I increase the NOI, because of a rent bump, I increase the price the next guy can pay me, or another way to exit a property is to refinance it.
Absolutely.
The biggest mistake I made in apartments was not buying enough. And number 2, second biggest mistake was ever selling anything. I should have refinanced everything as an exit without getting out. So now, dude, if you think you can buy the deal for $2 million, that's great. But I mean, how good's the location?
The location's good. Within a third of a mile, Dunkin' Donuts, CVS, grocery store, 3 banks. Good location.
Yeah, give me the address again. Give me the address again.
The address is 102-108 Wellswood Road, Hebron, Connecticut.
102-108?
Yep, Wellswood Road. If you search Hillside Farms, that's the apartments.
Hillside Farms.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of Hebron, right?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you looking at this deal, man. It's the right size.
No, I appreciate you taking my call. Thank you.
Yeah. I like the way the deal looks. It's stucco and brick, He's saying I say it's a nice neighborhood. He's like, oh yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is right there. Dunkin' Donuts doesn't normally identify a great neighborhood. CVS could be out of business in the years to come. But anyway, look, it's a nice looking property, dude. 32 units. If I divide the 32 units into the price that you're paying, 2.5, you're at $80,000 a door. That fits the return. Worst case scenario is I make 5% on my money. There is a way to improve the property. And by the way, there is a way to go back to the bank. I would use short-term debt on this deal. I would go to the bank and use short-term debt, fix the deal, improve the NOI, and then go back to the debt market a year from now and say, hey, look what I did. Give me some dough and get out. Have all your money out of the deal. Next caller. Like that deal. Good starter deal. Tom from the D, Big D, dude, you smoking weed today. I know you are.
Grant, I am not high, but I appreciate everything you're doing, man. Massively grateful. You're helping me blow it up in the residential real estate space here.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you calling in, man. Do you have a question or do you have a deal?
I have a question. So I'm looking for a 16-unit apartment here in the metro area. It's extremely overbuilt. There's cranes everywhere, and I'm looking for an older kind of box-shaped, brick building where the rent disparity is there.
Yeah.
I have two questions for you real quick. So if I'm putting $300,000 or $400,000 down, which would be like my dad's money on a deal where we're going after something that's $1.4 or $1.5 million, I looked into the Freddie Mac loan that you mentioned, and you have to have net worth equal to the loan amount. So say net worth equal to about $1 million. When I approach a money partner, what are the terms so I can get that loan that I should pitch them with?
I don't think Fannie or Freddie's your deal. Fannie or Freddie, they're not going to even do the paperwork on this deal for $1 million.
Okay.
So that's not, I don't think so. Do you? Do you think that's the lender?
They offer it like $1 million to $7 million a Freddie Mac loan.
Yeah, I know. They say they do, but then they're not going to give you any attention. You're going to go to the bottom of this pile where some of these deals are. So I'm just saying, like, again, another issue for people is like, I found a deal. First of all, you're starting on small deals, which is fine, but now I got to find the debt. Now I got to find somebody to work there. Now I got to find somebody to fix it. Like the small deals carry so many problems. If you guys could just think different.
Well, like 16 units, I'm shooting for that.
Yeah. And some of the regional banks, they'll give you a loan on this deal. But your question was, they call them a sponsor, right? So somebody's going to sponsor the deal, and they're just going to be as like a sidecar. So Grant Cardone's going to say, hey, I put my name on this, and most of the time it's recourse on these smaller deals. Yeah. But you ask them, what do you want for this? Like, you don't have to make that up. Maybe they want 5, 10%, whatever it is. But if that's what it takes to get this deal, you just have to work through that one question. But ask them, if you know somebody that has a high net worth, ask them, hey, what do you want to put your name on this deal? Yeah.
What he's saying is you go in and ask, hey, what is it you need to support giving me a loan on a deal? By the way, everybody should be asking that question. You should know how the bank underwrites a deal before you even get there. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And
so I'm doing the renovation and I put money in escrow, kind of like you talk about, where you get it financed as part of the loan. How do you pitch that to the bank?
Totally agree with that.
How do you pitch it to the bank, though?
You just tell them up front, dude, I got a roof and I got siding. They know all this. You're not tricking anybody, right? Hey, I got to fix windows. I got to fix the door. I want to do wood floors. They know. And by the way, they like you saying that to them up front.
Okay. Good. Do you think I can buy in Denver with such a rent disparity and influx of people coming in with all the overbuilt apartments?
Yeah, I think you got to be careful right now.
Yeah.
By the way, in all markets, you need to be careful right now. Okay. But again, if you guys have a long horizon, okay, like it used to be we were looking at value add. Now we're starting to look at newer stuff because what happened was I used to be able to buy this for a 7 cap, and this was for a 5. Okay. Now what's happening is this is getting driven, the value add. Fix these. I got to fix stuff. Value add. I'm going to increase the value. This is getting down to a 5, and I'm going back over here and buying these. I can buy this. I don't have to swing a hammer. I just buy this deal. And by the way, okay, if I'm buying 2017 product 20 years from now, this is going to be 2037. This is 60 years old. It's going to be 80 years old.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little trick on the new stuff. Don't buy new stuff that looks contemporary new. I have this idea that all this contemporary new stuff is going to look real old in a year. You want to buy something that doesn't look old immediately, that ages with some grace. See, like this property right here, very important when you're going newer stuff. That ain't going to look old 2 years from now. That's just going to be beautiful. And so you got to know how to pick. Locations are important. Cities are important. Where's the growth going to be going forward? When you go to a city like Houston's so big, or Atlanta, you got to know locations. So is that going to be a good location 3, 4, 5 years from now? Next caller. Man, people are watching the show. People are buying deals because of this. You know what else, Ron? People are going to avoid making these mistakes. We're starting to finally get through to people and say, look, 2, 4, 6, 8. Nobody wants to appreciate because you need to leave them alone. They're overlooked for a reason. Yes, sir. What's your question? Question or a deal?
Hey, what's going on, G?
Man, what's going on with you, man?
It's all good, sir.
2468.
Just, man, I'm missing most of the show. I've been on hold, man. I understand it's a wait, but man.
God dang, it's wrong, huh?
Nah, I heard the topic of the show was no money down.
Yeah, no money down.
That's it. Okay. Yeah, I got a little something to say about that. That's how I started, man. No money down, baby.
Woo!
I took out home equity, G.
Well,
And
that's
how
money.
I started my whole business endeavor with real estate.
But you see, that is money down.
Well, the way I did it was a little more creative, though.
Dude, if you promise to pay somebody back, that's money down.
Right on, right on.
Like, I had a guy tell me once, he's like, I didn't use any money down. I said, what did you do? What did you use? He said, I used my mouth.
Well, yeah, man, I bought a house, man. It had about $100,000 worth of equity in it. Day one when I bought it, I got it was one of them steal deals, man. And
Bang.
I went to the credit union from there, man, and cashed out, home equity line.
Boom.
Shit, man. That's pretty much how I started my whole endeavor. And I mean, I've been invested since.
Yeah, that's awesome,
You
dude.
know,
Now sell that house. Get rid of that house.
Get rid of it.
Sell that house, man. Get rid of that house. I'm sorry you're on hold so long, man.
No, that's all good. Hey, man, I missed you this past February. I was at your GrowCon, man. I saw your brother, Gary, man, but I didn't get a chance to meet you. I wasn't trying to fight that crowd at the light party to get to you, man. But, man, nice event, man.
Thank you.
I
Thank
loved
you.
it.
Thank you. I hope to see you back at our next one. Grind, I love everything in Florida. Like, there's not a market that I would not say, is it going to be around in 2027? But you got to have some vision. So, and all this takes guts, by the way. It doesn't take any more guts today than it did 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I thought we were paying too much. 5 years ago, I thought I was paying too much. 10 years ago, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing paying this much? If I would have just bought everything, if you'd have put a blindfold on me and I just bought everything 10 years ago, I'd still be doing this show today because I want to help you guys. You need a business that produces income, okay? Forget your day job right now. Keep doing your day job. Get great at your day job. Take all the money you get from your day job and throw it into this thing. I'm telling you, throw it all in there. Just toss it over there like you would the bank. Say, I'm going to throw it in this property. I'm going to toss it over there because this thing's going to be around. These banks are going to go away. You see banks on every street corner. You know why? Why they put them on every street corner? Because you used to have to go to them to deposit your money in them. Now you don't need to do that. Just wire it out. Nobody even has money anymore. People were scared to walk around with money. So what did they do? Put a bank up right there. We'll get it before the next guy. Wells Fargo, this bank, that bank, Second Avenue Bank. Boom, we go drop the money in. Nobody's doing that anymore. Those banks on all the street corners, they're going to go away. They were valuable because they took money in. These apartments are going to stick around. Let's go. Next caller. Do you have a deal or do you have a question?
I have a question.
Man, what part of Mexico you in, man? Let me guess. Oaxaca. Puerto Rico.
I'm in Santa Fe.
Puerto Vallarta. Chalupa.
I'm in Santa Fe right now.
Okay, awesome, man. What's your question?
Yeah, so my question, and I'm also from Lake Charles, Louisiana, too.
That's great.
But my question to you is what career should I choose? So I'm working for Vivint Solar right now, doing door-to-door sales, and I'm being offered jobs by realtors to come work for them thanks to Cardone University.
Yeah.
Should I stick with Vivint or should I become a real estate agent?
I mean, I would. I mean, I didn't think about that as an answer. But, I mean, I think I'd stick with the Vivint deal, dude. I'd get great at Vivint myself. I mean, you're going to make more money at Vivint than you are as a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Unless you know good at Vivint. But you ought to be making $50,000 a month at Vivint right now.
Yeah.
Are you?
That's right. I just started about a month ago.
Yeah, that'd be a no. That was code for no.
That was code for no.
But dude, the second thing is if you've only been there a month, you shouldn't be looking at another job right now.
Okay.
I mean, damn, you only been dating a month.
Yeah.
You're already looking for an exit.
Yeah.
Get that fool off the phone, man. Let me talk to somebody that knows what the hell they commit. I need somebody with a commitment. See, that dude shouldn't be doing both. He needs to get good at one thing. I love that little dude, though. Just gave him a little freaking online slap down. Love you, bro. Nate, what's up, man? You got a deal or you got a question?
Yo, Uncle G. Now,
Yep.
I got a question for you, man.
Come on, man, shoot it.
All right, don't hate me now. So I bought a single-family house mid-2015.
Man, I don't hate on you, man.
Okay, so we got a 4-bed, 2-bath, and I got this awesome detached garage.
Oh, now I'm hating on you, man. Now I'm starting to hate on you because you're getting all romantic about it.
I love it. I do love it, but here's the deal. So it's in Bellingham,
Dumb.
Washington. We
Dumb.
got less than 1% vacancy. Blowing up city, north of Seattle. I'm cash flowing $1,100 on it a month. And we're sitting pretty good on equity, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with that equity. Now I got a challenge here. We started another advertising agency just a few months ago to get my money right. We're going to get out of the baby diaper money category and get into real money
Okay,
category.
so let's just stay on the place you love. Okay, you're making $1,100 a month positive cash flow.
Yep.
Okay, how much is the house worth?
Probably about $340.
$340,000, and you owe how much?
$240.
Okay, so you have $100,000 in equity,
Mm-hmm.
making you $11,000 a year.
Right.
That's good. That's awesome, bro. Okay, now what happens if they move out?
It gets filled. Less than 1% vacancy.
Oh,
We got the same
how many
cycle in
families
town.
live in that place right now?
What's that?
How many families live in your house right now?
No, it's 4 people. I do one lease, but everybody's on the lease. So families don't rent it because it's on a busy intersection.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
so
I got a second tenant in the garage. So it's one tenant for the house and then one tenant for the garage who just rented the store stuff.
okay, good. Now, what happens if the economy? That's fine, bro. Look, you got a deal that looks like it's making good money right now.
Right.
The problem is you're dependent upon one guy in a garage and
Yep.
four dudes that can't afford it.
Yep, that's what my concern is. I want to get out of this deal and get into something that has a better return.
Okay, good.
We're
Good.
not
So I'm going to
able-
show you how to do that, my little brother. Watch this. You're going to sell this thing. What city are you in?
So I'm located in Franklin, Tennessee right now.
Oh yeah, that's a great market
Bellingham,
for you.
Washington.
You're going to sell this deal, and you're going to take your $100,000, and you're going to go buy a value add deal in Franklin for $400,000. Okay, I want to get you out of that single family,
Right.
and we got to get you in an apartment deal, Franklin, Tennessee.
It's 30 minutes south of Nashville.
Yeah, I know where it is, man.
When you coming through town, man? What's up?
Dude, I'm getting ready to sell my apartments over there in Nashville.
So hit me up. I know all the
I hate
people around
bragging.
here, man.
I hate bragging, but people need to hear what's possible. Like, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I bought a deal in Nashville, bro, for 58. What did I pay for that deal? $63 million. I financed 58. I think I owe 53 right now because I've been paying the debt down. On this deal, I had to assume debt and I had to pay it down every month. So I'm paying the debt down every month, right? I just got an offer. I just got an offer of 90 on the property. Oh.
Wow.
Okay, now why am I telling you that? Why do I tell you guys that? You need to play in the big deals. So what I would tell you, man, is I wouldn't go look for a $400,000 deal. You need to take your 100, find 3 or 4 buddies. Y'all need to freaking bone up and go buy yourself a $2 or $3 million deal and wait it out. One of you be in charge, have a captain, go fundraise from some other guys. Say, look, I'm putting 100 of mine in. I need you to put in 100 and go find a deal that's going to make you rich. Thanks for calling in. Who we got, Natalie? My name's Grant Cardone. This is real estate investing made edible, simple, digestible. I try to keep it real with you. I'm telling you, mom and daddy didn't teach you this. The Bigger Pockets boys aren't teaching you this, and I love the guys at Bigger Pockets. But nobody's talking about leave the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8, the single family alone. They're telling you go do them. Ty, and Coco, they talking about doing the flip. I'm like, why you want to flip? Dude, you already got a job. Okay? And by the way, if you're going to do the flip, all the flipper guys say, yeah, but I'm not going to do it forever. Every flipper I've ever met says what? Dude, I want to do I want to do that. You know? What happened to Flipper, man? Y'all remember that show, Flipper? I grew up on Flipper, huh? He died, man. Oh, yeah. Flippers always die. Free Willy. Shamu got let go. Okay, next caller. Maxwell in the OR. What's going on, bruh? What are they asking? Maxwell, talk to me, man.
Grant, how's it going? My name is Levi Maxwell. I'm a commercial real estate broker in Portland, Oregon.
Good to talk to you, man. Appreciate you calling in.
So I had a quick question. I was just wondering about how to get investors as a real estate broker and kind of how to get off-market deals, if you have any ideas about that or any thoughts to help.
I just bought an off-market deal in Houston, Texas. I hadn't been to Houston in years. Found out who the seller was, called him up. I know how to make a sales pitch. I know how to set hooks. I know how to do a 30-second elevator pitch. I knew how to use who to use as a tag. If you don't know the terminology, vernaculars, the nomenclature that I'm speaking with right now, you're not going to know how to do that. Get on Cardone University, man. Cardone University will teach you guys how to buy off-market deals. In a hot market, you better know how to pitch. Okay, next caller. No more. Crystal asked what?
You make money investing in real estate in small towns.
You can make money investing in real estate. You can make money in small towns, but you need to look at where money is moving to. Right? There's a good chance your small town could be a big town in the future. There's a good chance your small town could be a ghost town. What's it going to be? Right? Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I grew up, where my mama bought a house in the up and coming part of town. That part of town is dying now. Okay? Huh? Tumbleweeds, man. Doc Holliday's not going to even walk through there. Doc Holliday going to be like, let's go, man. He going to be walking up where I grew up. He going to be like, there ain't nobody even here. Nobody even here. I thought I was going to have a gunfight today. Nobody even here. Okay? Now, let me do one more favor for you. I want you guys to think big out of this show. I want you to think big. Some people hate on me for thinking big. That Larry Wingett guy lost his mind because I was telling people, man, don't invest money till you got $100K put away. Guy lost his mind on me, freaked out like, who does Grant Cardone forgot who he is? I said, no, you gave up on who you could be. Dude, you think you guys, y'all need to be told the truth. Okay, here's a deal. This deal right here. I'm gonna put this deal in the fund. I'm gonna buy this deal. It's $100 million. Is that how much they're saying it is, Ryan? I know the deal is gonna be a good deal. I don't even need to visit the damn thing. I know. It produces $7.5 million a year in income. Okay, it's gonna take about 3.7 of that in expenses, so it's gonna make $3.8 million. It can't be 100 million. It's got to be less than that. How do I know it's got to be less than that? Because the 3.8 means I would be paying a 3.8 cap at the 100. And what I was told is it's going to trade for like a 5 cap. Let's see how close I am.
95.
Huh? 95 million.
7.5.
Yeah, 95, and they think it's it's a $95 million deal, like that matters. It doesn't really matter. Okay, $95 million deal. And they think the NOI is going to be 4.2 million, okay? So how do you figure the deal out? First, you don't worry about where you're going to get the money from first. You guys are like, where am I going to get my down payment? First thing you got to worry about is where you're going to get your loan from. So my first question is going to be like, hey, what do they want for the deal? 95 million. Good. Can I buy it? Would be my second question. Would they sell it to me? Because if it's desirable, I won't be the only one looking at the deal. If you're the only one looking at the deal, it's like going home with the last person in the bar. Nobody else wanted him or her. I'm just saying. And you weren't her first choice. And she'd already gone home with somebody. Somebody else passed her up. Y'all still there looking at each other like, let's have one more first. Tomorrow morning you wake up chewing your arm off. Get me out of here. I can't believe I did this again. The walk of shame. You don't want to do that. Okay. So you don't want to do that in an apartment. Because you can't wake up and walk away. And that's what a lot of people do in apartments and housing and real estate. And that's why you hear so many people say, don't do it. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, because you slept with the wrong person. I want a deal that I can wake up for 10 or 15 or 20 years and say, I own that deal, dude. Pride of ownership. Not because, oh, wow, look at my castle, but because, like, I feel good about the people that live there. I feel good about the location. I feel good about the future, right? So 42 million, give me a, give me a, let's say, what are they going to lend me on this deal? 65? Yeah, $65 million is going to cost me what? That's only 65% of the loan amount. I'm not over leveraged by any means, right? Like $3.9 million. Oh, I need interest on it because this is going to be a 10-year term. It's going to be 202. No, I think 2.6. You're probably right, 2.9. You will use your, okay, and it does 4.2. 2.9 is the interest only. The 4.2 million is the NOI. So the thing's going to make $1.3 million a year. And I put $30 million down. I don't love it. I love the location, man. I love that location, man. I love that location. So now what do I got to do? I can get a loan. They'll sell it to me. I can get a loan. Now what I got to do? We got to go to work at the top, dog. I got to chop some wood, which means I might have to put the Heimlich negotiations on the guy. Pop! Put a little Genghis Khan, the white flag, put a little selfish child, and then put the hemlock on him right at the end. My name's Grant Cardone. This is Real Estate Investing Made Simple. I look at all these deals. I'm the CEO of a company called Cardone Capital, and all I do is look at deals like a maniac. Then I get on the phone and call people. Can I have that? Then I call the debt market. Would you lend me the money? Yes, Mr. Cardone, we would. You're a preferred borrower with us. Okay, you always do what you say you're going to do. The seller's like, yes, we know you, Mr. Cardone. We will sell you the deal. Fannie Mae, yes, Mr. Cardone. We will sell you the deal. We will get you financing on the deal. Then I got to do the rest of the work, chopping the wood, the hard stuff. I got to figure out how to get this thing for a price to where I can pay the investors back and me back. We're all investors in the deal. You literally invest side by side with me. I take out the work, sweat, the missed deals, all these. You're never going to see these deals. You're going to see the one deal that makes it to the top of the stack. My name's Grant Cardone. The fund is called CardoneCapital.com. I think we got $2 or $3 million left in our third fund. If you want to come play, come play. By the way, Donald Trump allows me to take what's called bonus depreciation. I haven't talked about it in the show. I should probably do it next. Okay, I can literally take an asset that should be depreciated over 27 years, and part of that property I can now depreciate over 5 years. It's going to be a massive, massive benefit to real estate investors. Also, your income, when I pay you on income, you're only taxed 20% today. It used to be 40% if you're in the bracket I'm in. Thanks for watching. This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money.